welcome in again. We have a little reminiscing to do today. Now, for those of you who don't know, I believe we talked about this before, that we met in college. We were in broadcasting classes together. Mm-hmm. And 10 years ago, around this time, is when I was producing a student film. Now we both were in this class. It was called, directing for the camera, right?
Right. It was a hybrid class.
Mm-hmm. We also had theater majors taking a concurrent class called acting for the camera. And we were writing and producing, and they were our talent, basically. So you did a film. You actually adapted an old Twilight Zone.
Right. You could use something that was already written, or you could write something yourself. The point wasn't the writing part; it was the directing and the producing part.
So you chose to adapt part of an old Twilight Zone episode,
yeah,
and it turned out pretty good. We did it in black and white and all that.
Yeah, it looked good. The audio wasn't very good.
Oh yeah,
but it looked good.
Yeah, but I chose to write an original script for that exercise. And I still have my copy of the script. I don't know how well you can see that this is called The Door. And this is my second revised final draft of it with, I don't know how well you can see this on camera, multicolored pages. I mean, look in there. There's yellow and let me thumb through it so you can see it. There's blue and there's white and yellow. In script writing, colored pages are the revised pages. But this is dated 17th of March, 2008. So it's just a little over 10 years ago as of the date this video goes up. Since I had theater majors as actors and actresses, that they were learning as well, and I was learning as well. But the thing about this is that the story I had to write for this movie was not how I originally envisioned it. And Greg, I remember you were involved with the production of it in a small degree.
Yeah, I was there for a few times of the shooting and a little bit of the editing.
Yeah, Greg basically was my only help in post-production for the edit, essentially.
Yeah.
And I still have all the footage, albeit it's in Final Cut Pro, and I don't have a Mac right now. Okay, so the basic plot of this movie, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below to the version I shot 10 years ago. And if you want to watch it, and be warned, it's not the best film ever made. I mean, I had such a limited time and no budget to do this. And it was one of the first things ever produced in my college broadcasting department in high definition. So it was still a very new format to me. I mean, I was having to shoot with a lot of restrictions. I mean, I was told, and warning, technical jargon coming here, I was told that I had to shoot it what's called 4x3 safe. Basically, if you look at this whole 16:9 image you see here, 4x3 safe is about right from here to about here. Just imagine an old TV set, lop these sides off the picture, and you might end up with something like that. I was told I had to shoot within that. And that was I didn't want to do that at the time. I thought it was more cinematic just to use the entire frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and technical jargon. So the basic story, in case you don't want to watch the film, is that you have a guy, and I had to write him to be 19 to 20 years old based on the talent I had. He has a great best friend, but he has a terrible father, broken family, and that really didn't come across in what I shot real well. But he comes upon a mysterious door one night, and he walks through the door, and he ends up in another world all of a sudden, kind of like a parallel world, where the father loves him, but his best friend does not exist whatsoever. He encounters a creepy being called the Teller, who explains to him that once every 100 years this door is open that he walked through, and he has to make a decision that night as to whether or not he goes back to the best friend or stays with the loving father. And that's where the film ends. It's kind of like The Lady or the Tiger. in a way. I've kind of given away, it's only a 16-minute film. I mean, there's not a lot there. I wanted the audience to make up their own mind.
Yeah. What would you do in that situation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I had to write it a certain way based on the actors I was going to have available to do it. It was not the original way I wanted the story to go. And I would tell you how I wanted it to go, but I don't want to do that for the reason why I still am having thoughts about rewriting this script and possibly doing it at some point in the future the way I had originally intended to do the story. With a 19, 20-year-old kid, you can only go so far emotionally in certain directions, and I wanted to go in a different direction. I will tell you, I wanted the kid to be younger. I wanted him to be a teenager. I wanted him to be early high school age, And
you have the father in your story who ends up looking about the same age as the kid.
That's one of the most annoying things I had to end up with. I ended up with in that film was that the kid's father was the same age because I had no one to play him. I had just these theater majors, and I'm not knocking the actors I had to work with. They did what they could. I just was new to all of this as they were.
You're very limited on resources.
Yeah, I was. I really was. But the great thing about it was that when we screened all the films in class after we had hit the deadline and finished all of it, mine was the most liked in all of the class of all the other ones.
Yeah, you got good comments from both teachers.
Yes, that it was a good story. It has potential, but I just didn't get to write it the way I wanted to because I had thought of the idea before this class, and it was kind of like the only thing I had going, so I had to use it. I've since come up with a couple of other ideas since then, but even though in hindsight I couldn't have used those ideas in this class either, it would have been even more impossible. So that's just the way it goes. I mean, but anyway. Like I said, I'm going to leave a link down in the description to this video. It's over on my old YouTube channel. It's watch it if you dare, and if you want to leave some comments over there or over here or whatever, it's fine. But
you'll get them both places.
You'll get them. I'll get them both places. What are you doing with this? You'll get them stuff. I mean. Okay,
it was your film.
Let us know what you think, and I can't, for copyright reasons, I can't show you Greg's that he's made. I know that's going to come up. For copyright reasons, we can't put that up. Yeah. Because we adapted someone else's work, and it was just for a class project, but we can't.
We used actual music from the show.
We cannot put it up on YouTube. We'll get dinged for copyright. Because we respect copyright just like I would expect my copyright to be respected, So
yours is totally original. Even the music is totally original.
Yes, I did. I forgot to mention that. I did write some music and performed it. Yes, I totally performed my own music. I performed it on the synthesizer, and we recorded it in an audio editing suite that we had at in the broadcasting department, and he actually recorded it for me, and he did a great job. I still have all the elements from this movie. So it sucks. I only have a version in 720. I need to get a version in 1080. But I might do that. You never know. That's about it for reminiscing on this thing. It was a valiant effort, and
I thought it turned out good for what resources you have.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's tough for me to go back and look at it because you keep looking at things and you think, oh, I could have done this different. I could have done that different. Why did I do that? It's just, oh. All right, so you remember we mentioned last week that we have a new series coming up. We have a title for it. It's called Was It the Best? And basically, we're gonna take movies and ask that question: was it the best?
Right.
And we have the date. We're gonna post the first episode. April 20th is when the first episode of Was It the Best will go up on this channel. And it's very exciting. This weekend that just passed, we watched our first couple of movies in preparation for it. And of course, we'll be watching more movies in the future and have more episodes planned. There'll be one episode a month around the middle of the month. Of course, we'll announce the date it goes up. You guys won't be in the dark. Or maybe you'll be in the dark. You see, he does this to me all the time. But he's cute, and I love him. So April 20th, watch for that. And we will see you next week. Yep. So like this video.
Yep. Hit the like button, leave us a comment, subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell icon so you'll get notifications when we post new videos.
Yes, please.
So when that new video goes up on April 20th, you'll get a notification.
Yes, that's a very, very good idea. And we love you guys very much. Follow us on social media as well. Links in the description. And we love you guys very much. And thank you for being our friends. We love you. All right. Bye.